Nothing is good or bad, it simply is. It's simply an event that happens to you. And so when you alter your way of thinking like that and you simply see events as completely neutral, it becomes really powerful because you're not afraid of bad things happening to you. And bad things are actually inevitable. You know, it's going to happen. Somebody close to you is going to die. You're probably going to lose your job. Something you make or write or create is going to fail. People aren't going to like it. You're going to be criticized. It's inevitable. And how you handle that will determine your success in life. And if you're able to see these things as not necessarily bad, but as something you can turn around into something good, it's an incredibly powerful, powerful philosophy. You need to go through life when you're younger, having a general frame, a general direction, and explore and have some fun and some adventures. Try yourself at this, try yourself at that, all within a general parameter. And then at some point, when you reach 30, which I maintain is our most creative period is in our 30s, you'll be ready. You'll be ready for something great and something creative because you've accumulated all these skills. We're so attached to what we see in life, to what's in front of us, to what the appearances people have, to their masks they wear. And I want you to think of what isn't there, what you're not seeing, what's invisible. And all my books, I'm trying to tell people, don't accept what you see with your eyes. Look for something deeper. What is the meaning behind this? If you're planning a strategy or making a big decision in your life, what is it that you're not considering? I always find when people are particularly angry about some character trait in me or others, they're actually more often than not projecting. Unconsciously, they have the same trait. So, God damn it, that person's a narcissist. That's your way of kind of hiding from yourself your own narcissism. By looking at yourself, you're inevitably going to see your flaws and your limitations. We have these negative qualities built into the way we evolved as human beings. We have a lot of qualities that constantly create problems for ourselves. You think that it's other people that have these problems. You think other people are aggressive, other people are passive aggressive, other people are self-absorbed. No, you have all of these traits as well, okay? So it's painful. And if you know one thing about human beings, if there could be one law about human behavior, we avoid anything painful and we veer toward what is pleasurable or easy. People are dying to be taken out of their lives, out of the banal day-to-day work, and to be taken on a ride. They want enchantment. They want some drama in their life. They want pleasure. I talk about in the book, it's like a child. Seduction is reaching the child of everybody. And when you were a child, you were 1 year old, what was the greatest pleasure you had? It was being picked up by your father, your mother, and kind of whirled around and taken everywhere and lifted and twirled, etc. The sense that someone was taking you somewhere and you were under their control made you laugh. It gave you this incredible pleasure. And that's what happens when you see a movie and it takes you on this journey where you don't know where it's going, what's happening next. People don't have enough of that in their lives.
Talk to a man about himself and he will listen for hours.
Yeah, Benjamin Disraeli is one of the greatest seducers ever. I mean, absolutely brilliant. First of all, consider this. He was a dark-skinned Jewish man in England who became prime minister. And imagine the prejudice against somebody like that in a country like that. How did he ever do it? Because he was a charmer, a seducer. He could seduce the birds out of the trees. He seduced Queen Victoria. She was madly in love with this dark-skinned Jewish man. And the whole art of it was, for Disraeli, was to make the other person feel like they were special, they were brilliant. There's a quote I have in the book, I'm not going to get it exactly right, but there's this woman who said, after sitting next to Gladstone at dinner, I thought he was the most brilliant man in England. After sitting next to Disraeli at dinner, I thought I was the most brilliant woman in England. We have an animal part of us where we feel certain things about people on that first encounter or second encounter that's not rational, that's intuitive, and then we don't trust it. And often it happens in a microsecond, in a flash. You meet somebody and you sense a chemistry or something a little bit wrong. But if I met somebody like you who seems very genuine and sincere and I can read it in your face and I feel it, I don't need to be wary. But particularly with women dealing with men, because quite frankly, the more dangerous toxic type will be men.
Right. Got it.
Women will often have an intuition, a sense of something isn't quite right, but they don't trust it and they go on. But we all have that feeling. Trust it. And you could be wrong, but it doesn't hurt to be a little bit wary of something. I always find when people are particularly angry about some character trait in me or others, they're actually more often than not projecting. Unconsciously, they have the same trait. So, God damn it, that person's a narcissist. That's your way of kind of hiding from yourself your own narcissism. By looking at yourself, you're inevitably going to see your flaws and your limitations. We have these negative qualities built into the way we evolved as human beings. We have a lot of qualities that constantly create problems for ourselves. You think that it's other people that have these problems. You think other people are aggressive, other people are passive aggressive, other people are self-absorbed. No, you have all of these traits as well, okay? So it's painful. And if you know one thing about human beings, if there could be one law about human behavior, we avoid anything painful and we veer toward what is pleasurable or easy.